Make sure to follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and at Onside Podcast on social media. Hello and welcome back to the Onside Podcast for our Game Week 4 preview. We've got interesting fixtures this week with Chelsea and Leicester. Leicester still hunting for their first win of the season, I believe. West Ham as well in that same boat away to Villa with pressure on Gerrard at the minute. Brentford Everton with Lampard still chasing their first. Have Everton got points? I think Everton.
They drew against Forest at home, so they've got a point.
Oh yeah, they've got 1 point. I thought they would win again. But they're going to be chasing points as well.
Even Wolves are facing their first win, aren't they?
And they've got Newcastle.
Yeah,
I know a lot of the big six this week have got home games. Arsenal, home game, Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, all home games with only Man United and Tottenham being away this week. It should be an interesting one. We're also going to get into transfers today as well. With is it? I don't know how it was. Is it Isaac or Isak?
Isak.
Honestly, I really don't know. I heard someone pronounce it a certain way, and I was like, "Am I saying it wrong?" Isak. I think it's Isak.
Isak, yeah, that sounds right.
So we're going into that transfer with Newcastle, and we've also got the Antony transfer, which has been rumoured about Man United. I don't know if do you want to kick off with them?
Yeah.
I think the Isak one will go into first. That's the one which is the big money move.
So take the stage because I've got no idea
for
any of it.
Yeah, well, for Newcastle, it came out of the blue yesterday.
Yeah.
To be honest,
that's literally all I'm saying.
Like we did the podcast yesterday morning, uploaded it, and I had no idea about it. And then all yesterday it just totally unfolds. From the news which I'm hearing from Fabrizio Romano is that he's in England at the minute, and he's understood
who Isak is. That Isak, he's in England.
Yeah, he's in England at the minute. No one knows whereabouts in England. Could be anywhere.
Sunderland.
Could be in here for all we know.
I hope not.
But it'd be funny as well though. Just pops open the door. You're right, lads.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, it's got a massive Yorkshire accent. You're right, lad. But yeah. So at the minute, from the reports coming out, is they're deciding whether they want to complete the João Pedro deal or not after agreeing the fee and get him on top with Isak, whatever you call him.
Pedro's a registered paedophile, isn't he?
What?
Rumours he texts 15-year-old girls.
That's not relevant to football.
Is that like the Mac talk at the minute? Like,
no, so you mean no?
They're
going to make a song or something about that.
I've actually only heard it from Newcastle fans. Funny enough,
like.
But yeah,
how much is the initial?
I personally wouldn't sign a pedo.
Oh, be quiet. You had one playing for you, man.
I didn't sign him when he was a pedo.
You had him
turned into a pedo.
Yeah, and he was still playing for you.
Yeah, and scored goals against Newcastle.
Anyways, what were you going to say, Al?
I was going to say, what's the fee? Is it 52 million?
It's 70 million euros, which I believe is about 65 or 60 million in pounds.
Seems a bit of a bump.
That's say that's big.
But what league is he playing?
La Liga.
Real Sociedad.
How many goals he scored last season?
He scored. I looked. He's in
93
93 games for Sociedad. He
scored like that.
52 goals in 93 games. So I don't know why you're going like that. That's still a good record.
Scored against Barcelona.
60 million though.
Yeah, but you never know though. Like look at Nunes. Nunes banged them in. He was worth 80.
Yeah, but he scored a 30-something
goal
season.
So 17 goals and 2 assists in 34 games in 20 to 21. 6 goals and 2 assists in 32 games in 21 to 22.
So his recent season was the worst season.
Well, that's without counting.
You know what? Like we know,
Sweden,
I've heard of him. I've seen him play. And he looks decent. But when you look at his goal record and you look at his return, last season 6 goals and 2 assists in 32 games. And he's worth 60
you got
million.
the same amount of bookings as you did goals.
Like how? Do you not think that's a bit steep? I haven't even looked at that properly.
I mean, he is playing for Real Sociedad, and they're not one of the, well, they are, but they're not in Spain, like one of the top clubs, if you know what I mean. Because you've got it's Real Madrid and Barcelona at the top, then you've got Atletico Madrid, then you've got Sevilla, Villarreal,
up there.
Atletico Madrid. You know, I've never really took Real Sociedad as being one of the top teams in that league.
He scored against Barca at the weekend, but people were saying, like this one Newcastle football account put on like, oh, this is what we're getting, and it was like a chip goal he scored, but it took a deflection. I was like, how can you say that is a, you know what I mean? I was like, how can you say that's a good goal?
Like they finished 6th last year, Real Sociedad.
Not too bad.
No thanks to him.
Yeah.
6 goals.
6
You never know, them
goals,
6
2
goals could have
assists,
came in
Yeah,
important
true,
games.
Yeah.
32. Say though, like someone's 60
That's
million.
in
You
a
want a better
worse-
goal return record than 6.
From what
It's a
I
wee
saw
worse
them,
league as
I
well.
was quite pleased when I saw that we were going for him because the Euros especially, he played against, there was one game against Spain, he was unbelievable.
Yeah, that's what I was saying to Waller in the car before.
For me, I
But-
think he fits in perfectly for Newcastle.
Seriously, I forgot his name. The lad who used to play for Sunderland was class for Sweden in the Euros.
Oh,
he was a
I
young
know
lad.
exactly
Awesome.
who you're on about.
Um,
Yeah, I know who you're on about.
Like
He had
slick
like
block hair,
blonde,
yeah.
slick head, and he.
he was really good in the Euros, and he played
I
for
mean,
Sunderland.
that is literally the full Sweden team, that.
Yeah, true enough.
He had blonde hair.
Oh, yeah, nah.
Like, my point is, at the time as well. Oh no, I think he was in the. No, he actually played for Sunderland in the Premier League, but when we got relegated,
Yeah.
and he was class for Sweden in the Euros. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was like 2 years ago.
same for him.
And that's what I'm saying. That was 2 years ago for him.
How old is he?
seems-
This lad.
He's
He's
22.
young. He's very young, to be fair, so he's got time to learn.
Yeah.
But I think
Well, you do need a better backup striker than Chris Wood because Wilson's picked
but
up another knock by the
60
sound.
Yeah. 60 million
from the
though
sounds
for
of it, he's
someone
out from
that's
2 to 4 weeks, is
unproven.
what I'm hearing.
I know, 60 mil for an unproven strikers.
that's a lot.
I don't know, like, I wouldn't say improving. Like,
But at the end of the day, I
being
trust
playing for your
what-
national team at a major tournament and have played 4 seasons in Europa League, in La Liga and Europa League.
They got knocked out Europa League.
Yeah, but he's still playing them though. It's better than just signing someone who's
Hasn't
just
had
come
any
fr-
Champions
yeah,
League or
you know
Europa
what I
League
mean?
experience. I
Hasn't
get
played
that
in
bit.
Europe, barely played any. Like Anthony Gordon, there's an example. 60 million for
Yeah, I
Anthony
don't
Gordon,
understand this. Like,
and what he's played for Everton
yeah.
pretty much the last season and this season.
But he's
Someone
still,
was saying, someone just literally saying on Twitter, that Chelsea want to buy Anthony Gordon for 70 million, and he's yet to score like how do you call it? Intentional
yeah,
goal.
yeah, yeah.
Like that's
Oh yeah,
got
they
the
always
ball
say-
and he's like he's whipping in the corner.
Oh, yeah.
They've took deflections. He's been running and he's fell over and a kick off his foot and went in. And it's like
I don't understand Anthony
It's a bit of
Gordon.
luck getting him away.
Why
Strange.
Everton aren't accepting? I know there's only like a week
Strange.
left or something, but still,
60 million.
you could do stuff with that money.
Mm.
Even in January.
But I think with Isaac, I think he fits in perfectly for Newcastle. He's what, 6'3" or something.
He's not that tall, is he?
Yeah, I'm telling you now, he's like 6'3". Height's 1.92 meters, which
That is
is
tall.
That's 6'2" or 6'3". That.
spelled wrong. I can't. Give us a second here.
But
Trying to
if
get a
Wilson's
bit-
fit, Wilson
6'3",
stops.
yeah. But 6'3" striker, so you can do what you do with like Chris Wood and that, and play the ball to the target man, so he can then knock it off to someone else and do that. He's got the pace to get round defenders. He's got the dribbling.
He doesn't
to get-
look
he's
like
for me. He's a perfect number 9.
he looks big.
What were you going to say there?
It
yeah, he said like I remember his.
reminds us a little bit of like Haaland kind of play. He's a tall striker with pace.
I'd call him.
And,
I
like,
would
he's not like
I can't.
a bit. It's a bit. All right. He's not Haaland. Okay. He's not up there. You never know. He could be one day. But you know what I mean. Though he's that
could be one
similar
day.
bit. He's a similar build. That's what I'm saying. He's a similar build.
He's tall, lanky.
I also don't listen to. I've looked back at our clips by the way, and you said Chris Wood was better than Callum Wilson.
That's a
just
bit
one for the one for the debate. That's all.
Right, you shot yourself in the foot there.
So don't listen to these two. He just said one.
Yeah, that was just for content.
reminds
that.
him of Haaland. And
That was
Chris
just for-
Wood's better than
that
Callum
was just
Wilson.
But I said
content,
he's
that.
the same build. Like
All
he's
right,
nowhere near
you get less than
Haaland's level. Right,
5 goals.
Haaland is on another level
Yeah, no.
compared.
He
to
looks
everyone else.
tall and he looks like to be a hold-up striker, but he's quick.
Yeah.
So I think you've probably got to use his pace to an advantage of, because he looks like a tall piece of tree.
Probably fits into West Ham's team better than Newcastle's team.
Mm.
Yeah, it's probably true.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing for Newcastle.
Well, we'll soon find what he's like. We'll soon see what he's like. See if he's any good.
The other rumours we got at the minute is Antony from. No, I didn't.
Technical difficulties.
Surrey decides to be a partner now. Where was I? Antony, yeah,
Antony,
at Manchester United. So they've not submitted a new bid according to Fabrizio Romano. It's considered internally by the board as a main priority over any other target. Antony's asked Ajax to leave since last week, and he only wants United. So it's a transfer which is going to eventually happen. It's just a
Might
fact
depend.
of
Matter of time.
agreeing
Still
a
could be
fee.
one of the things, though, like one of these transfer things where both clubs don't agree, but the player wants to go, the club wants to
Yeah.
play, and the club wants him to leave, but they don't.
But then in them cases, usually the money ends up dwindling down as the
Yeah.
contract dwindles down.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know how long he's got left at Ajax, to be honest with you. But
Yeah,
No
well, if
idea.
he stays at Ajax for the full season, he's going to be less next summer.
Yeah.
Depends how much he's
Yeah,
got left in his
that's how much.
contract. If it
Man
runs
United
down or
need
not.
players now.
yeah,
Oh,
they do.
oh.
They do.
What position is Antony?
He's a winger,
Yeah,
right winger,
winger.
or left winger.
Winger. I've not
He's replacing Rashford then.
seen much of him. Well,
Or Langer.
depends. If Ronaldo goes, who would you play up top?
Martial.
Rashford or Martial?
Martial.
Definitely
Martial
Martial.
looked
He
Good
looks,
shot.
he looks sharp when he come
Yeah.
on, like, can't lie.
Everyone said it, and I thought it was stupid, but Man United fans were saying when Martial comes back, watch, it'll be a different team.
Yeah.
And he just created stuff, didn't he?
His stats again. He's a winger. 9 goals, 8 assists in 20 to 21. 21 to 22 had 8 goals and 4 assists
That's better than
in 23 games.
Isak.
It is.
Yeah, that's why he's worth 90 million.
Yeah.
True.
I know, I know 30
Yeah.
million's
yeah. And
Not
he's
a lot, but
Brazilian.
he's a
Yeah,
lot.
but he's got Champions League.
Anytime you just see like, oh, what nationality? Brazil. Okay, 100%. Then he's gonna have all the
Yeah.
tricks.
Ten Hag's managed Antony before as well, hasn't
Yeah,
yeah. Well,
Ajax,
he's
he's
at
at
Ajax,
Ajax
isn't
with
he?
him.
So he knows how to use them.
he? Yeah.
So which is not.
Did
a
you watch that
bonus.
interview with Ten Hag, Gary Neville, and Jimmy?
I watched bits of it.
Jimmy
No,
Carragher?
no.
It was.
I
It was
think-
good actually. Yeah.
Aye, it was good, but I think it's a bit
I just
harsh
know. I just knew he
because
swore halfway through.
I think it's a bit harsh because in reality, did Gary Neville and Jimmy Carragher do one when Solskjaer was there? No.
No. I thought.
Did they
I
do
thought
one
Gary
when
Neville-
Ragnick was there?
I thought Gary Neville had
No.
good questions.
No,
No, Jimmy
good-
was a bit.
Yeah, good questions, but
Full on.
from what I've seen, good questions.
I think
but it
Ronaldo
was like,
needs to leave.
Cool. They grill them a little bit, like with certain things we're seeing, and it's like,
I think Ten Hag wanted to come out and do it though after the first two.
yeah. But what? Why could they not do that with Solskjaer? Like,
I don't think.
why do
They
that
might
with
have
a new?
asked-
Why?
They might
why
have
have
asked
asked
him
him.
to
I don't know
find out.
whether
Well,
Ten Hag said Cam will do it.
I don't
But
think that would have happened.
if it's
Yeah.
Sky saying, "Oh, Cam will
It
do
would
this,"
have
and
been
he's
Sky.
agreed, like, why have they not done this when Solskjaer was there?
I know
It
what
was
you
his
mean.
mate. Do you know what I mean?
That's why.
Yeah, I think he was
I
under
know.
pressure all the time, and
That's why Ten Hag's
I
probably the
don't.
most pressure.
I don't think. Like he probably thought to himself, "I'll go out and I'll say something about it, might make the situation worse or
Yeah.
something like that."
But yeah, Ten Hag's
I don't
answers
think
were
he-
perfect. I thought.
Yeah, like
Because when
he-
they asked about the owners, Gary was asking about the owners, and he was saying we've heard nothing from them, and Ten Hag was like, "Oh well, they do speak to someone in the club. They have like a weekly thing with the club, and then
Mm.
they pass it on to me." And he's like, "I've never had direct contact with the Glazers, but they speak through someone who then speaks to me." And Gary, now you can tell, he was a bit like, "Oh, so they do like
So he's a bit
have a say
taken
in the
back.
club." aye,
when
Yeah,
he
you
was,
could see. aye.
so they've got someone there.
Yeah.
Mm.
I thought he dealt with it very well when they were asking.
He comes across. That's
I don't
why,
think
like, he
it
comes
wasn't-
across as good.
It wasn't a
with the media.
professional interview from Neville or Carragher.
Mm.
They were very,
Formal,
very like. There was never like nice questions.
like straight to the point.
Aye. Like Carragher said, "Why is Ronaldo still here?" Pretty much, and he said, "I think Ronaldo should be out the team."
Well, sometimes you need to ask them questions though.
And they never
You
do
need
it.
to be straight to the
They
point.
wouldn't dare do it to Klopp.
Because that's what I know, but that's what a lot of people from who do interviews and that they always ask just the same old questions again,
No, I know, but
and the questions which we already know the answers to. Like you want people who ask the hard questions, put them on the spot like that, because fans do want
I also think
answers,
it
and
was-
especially with the
Yeah.
protests and
I
stuff.
know what you mean.
which
yeah.
happened outside
Ten
the
Hag's
ground.
not going to come out and say, "Oh yeah, we want Ronaldo to leave."
He's
In
not-
an
he's
interview,
not-
it's good.
yeah,
They already
of
been
course.
out before as well. Like,
He's not
they know
going to
the
come
answer.
out and tell the full media.
They
like,
just wanted
oh,
to cause a bit of controversy. Yeah, like Carragher especially, just wanted to cause.
Well, when you're on the spot after that, and you've just done a game, and you're probably a bit buzzing. And
Oh, this
that's
was,
the
this
first
was
interview
before
you go.
the United Liverpool game. This was the interview.
Oh,
they'd
was
done-
this the one
yeah,
before? I
yeah.
thought you were meaning the one where
No,
they're
no,
standing
sorry.
afterwards.
No, this was the one where like they sat down
support them, yeah.
at the training
Oh,
ground.
somebody, you was going to
Yeah,
watch
yeah.
it then, didn't
Yeah.
you? Oh, yeah, I might have to watch that back because
was-
I
it
was
was-
actually
it was
intrigued
good.
by that one. Like the clips of it.
It was
anyways.
good. I just thought they were a bit critical on a man that's
Just
had
come
two-
in.
Had 2 games. No, get us wrong, they were 2 bad games, but
But that's how it is at Man United, though.
true. Aye.
You know what I
And
mean?
obviously
Like,
now,
this
now,
is
now he's
Manchester
the
United.
saviour of Manchester United now because he's won Liverpool.
He's won one game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fickle.
Take a break.
Yeah. Well, Man United's our first game, which we're going to go through. Did Rashford surprise you at all?
Yeah, but he always does well against Trent. I should have known that in hindsight.
I know we know like Liverpool were really poor. Trent especially was the worst one out of the bunch.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think it's massive.
none of you
That
is
goal is
surprised by
massive for Rashford, like from
Yeah,
a personal
confidence.
point of view,
Yeah.
because that should, and I hope it does, because I do like Rashford. I hope it does give him a lot of confidence.
Yeah,
Because
when Rashford's good.
We all know how good Rashford can be,
Yeah, yeah.
but we all know it's a confidence thing with him.
Aye.
because he hasn't been performing this last season or the season before.
And also think if that front three gets going, Rashford, Sancho,
That's
Martial,
that's what I said to you at the beginning of the season. Like
yeah,
when we're talking about FPL, is it worth putting any of them in? And I thought,
I did.
yeah, and you did,
Took it out.
because you need to think like them three on paper look very
Yeah, they do.
dangerous,
Yeah.
especially when they get.
Fast.
Imagine if they get all firing on cylinders.
Fast passing, fast dribbling, like the perfect front three, I think.
It's just all three of them are just direct,
Yeah.
quick
If you're
and
saying
direct.
that's the perfect front three, then how do you
For-
see Ten Hag then bringing in Antony into the team?
I've never
It's a
seen
good
Anthony
point.
play, but I think Anthony could replace Rashford.
So you think he'll take over Rashford?
Not even take over.
Even
I think
Martial.
maybe like just
Rotate.
one of the two.
yeah. Oh, well,
One of the
that's
two.
the
But if
thing
you
with-
paid 80-90 million for a winger, would you not want to start him?
You don't
every
want to be
week?
dropped. You don't want to be
with
not
the,
playing.
with the 5 sub rule, though, I think like it's a given now. Like
Yeah.
Pep came out and said Haaland's not going to play every game when they're playing 3 games a week. He said Alvarez will be playing some games as well.
Because I know
Haaland,
it's
how
at
much was
City,
Haaland?
like it's kind of expected that you're not going to be starting every single game.
That's
I mean,
what
time
Man
with
United need
Morris,
to do,
time
though.
with Grealish. Maybe that's the way football's going
Yeah.
these days, but it seems like Liverpool, where you see Salah starting every game,
Yeah,
they're
true.
like the main
Yeah.
players. Can you not see Antony becoming that, like that
Possibly.
main player who stays
Well,
there?
they've got loads of options, haven't they?
Yeah.
Martial
It
could
just
be on the
de-
wing
it
still.
just
And then play
depends.
Ronaldo up front.
Chelsea rotate a bit as well nowadays.
Yeah.
It just depends who's on form, really.
I say
and who's
rotate.
got
I still think
confidence.
if he's not injured, he'll appear in every game.
Mm.
If he comes on, we've seen Ten Hag make multiple changes at half time before as well.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
what you could probably see is,
I don't know why
if
managers
you're
don't
going
get
on
more
about
than
form, is
5
if he
subs.
comes in and he hits the ground running straight away, he'd be
Yeah, well, obviously
one of the
if
first
he's-
names on the team sheet.
I think he probably still will be anyway. I think he'll start more than he'll not start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has got Rashford there competing with him.
They've got an interesting game this weekend, Man United. Southampton away at 12:30. Southampton, for me anyways, are doing better than I would have thought they'd done.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
agree.
they are only on 4 points, but the performance-wise, they're not looking
Well, I
too
don't know.
bad.
I think they played terrible against Leicester. Like, but
I
They
think
came out to win.
I think United will beat them.
same.
I think it'll be a win for United, but I think the Tottenham game was a bit of a wake-up call because they went 1-0 up that game and then went conceded
Yeah.
4, and it was a bit like, okay, this is like, we don't want to put ourselves in a dire situation going into the World Cup.
But
and
like
that.
the Bournemouth as well, they were doing to be a team that
Yeah.
gets battered all
And
the time.
they fought back against Leeds. That was an example of it.
Yeah,
Which they fought back well.
against the Leeds are doing really well actually. Yeah,
See, I was surprised at the Southampton Leicester game that they beat
they
Leicester.
didn't deserve it.
Mm.
I don't think any team deserved that. Game was lackluster.
Yeah.
They had 3 shots
it
on
doesn't-
target,
and-
2 of them scored.
and they've scored 2.
The one,
They've
so
scored
that
more
matters
than
really.
Leicester, exactly. I'm seeing 2-1 United.
I'm gonna go.
Casemiro probably
I'm
again
gonna
balls
go-
away.
Yeah, Casemiro, we haven't
Yeah.
even got on.
Yeah.
Do you reckon he'll start this weekend?
Probably not. Or not even
Nah,
start. He'll
I don't
definitely
think
make an
he'll
appearance.
start,
though.
but he'll definitely come on.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll start, but he'll definitely come on.
I think he probably wants to start at
Yeah.
Old Trafford as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bit of a confidence booster
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have they not got 2 away games on the bounce though?
Man United.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got Leicester away
Yeah.
next week. Well,
You
it's a
have to
midweek on
start at
Thursday.
Leicester, won't you?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of trouble.
could
And then
start.
they've
You
got
can't
Arsenal.
chuck him straight in the deep end unless he's 30 year old. Though he's an experienced
Right,
footballer.
It'll
Top
be
of
an
the top,
interesting
yeah.
week for Man United, considering you got Southampton away, then you'll go to Leicester away, and then you will have Arsenal at home on the Sunday.
They
games.
should get 6 out of 9 points. But I don't expect them to beat Arsenal.
Well,
It could happen.
what
Because
you
they beat
go for?
Liverpool.
Yeah, true.
I'm gonna put down 2-1. I can't.
That's why
I don't think Man United will keep a clean sheet.
Neither. I think it'll be close.
That's what I'm gonna go for. Man United's first clean sheet of the season.
I think Man United
Southampton
got
beat
enough.
2-0.
I mean, Southampton have got enough attacking input there to get something out.
I don't think they do.
Maybe even a draw, to be
I don't
honest.
think they do.
They've
but-
scored every game.
Yeah, I think Ten Hag just needs to keep the momentum going on from that Liverpool game, because they're
Yeah.
the games where they're the huge ones which can give the team a lot of
Yeah.
momentum. Like, if they beat someone like, I don't know, Leeds at home or Crystal Palace
It's
at
an
home, it's
expected
like,
home win.
yeah, it's like, okay, we've won, fair enough. Let's
Like
get on to the next game.
Southampton's
Beating Liverpool's huge. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, wasn't expecting
even
that.
beating Southampton away. I know Southampton are the best side, but Southampton away, you look at when you're going out to Southampton.
Yeah,
It's not an easy
Yeah.
place to go. Do you know what I mean?
You just need to get wins on the bounce.
Yeah, I know.
you've been like,
Consecutive.
Confidence will be high. You what?
Probably that's
I
that.
said you've been.
I played there a few times.
I've got 2 on as well, actually.
Yeah, we're going next game. Chelsea, Leicester, 3:00. Aubameyang, I know he's been linked with Chelsea this week. I did see something
I feel like it's went
before
nowhere.
come up. Last thing I've seen was Fabrizio today saying Chelsea and Barcelona being contacted again through, I don't know what that word is, intermediaries.
Intermediate.
Yeah. In order to reach an agreement for Aubameyang. No deal in place yesterday.
It's only 30 mil. I don't know why Chelsea just don't put them hands in the back pocket. 30 mil is, I think, a decent price for Aubameyang.
Aye, but then you've got to think of how old
32.
Aubameyang
How many
is.
seasons were you going to get out of him? Probably 2.
2, aye.
Max.
And you've got to think of financial fair play with that. Like, how much have Chelsea spent this season so far? A lot.
How much did
a
they get
lot
Sterling
of
for,
money.
though? Sterling was quite cheap.
Sterling was cheap. It was
50.
like 50 mil.
I still think that's cheap.
Cheap for Sterling,
I
though.
do think it is.
Yeah, for Sterling, but like
27,
it's not
it's
cheap
27,
for
28 mil.
in general.
No, when you just signed Isak, whatever his name is, for 60 mil,
And
and
you
Chelsea
get
got Sterling.
for 50.
Aye, but Sterling would have went to Newcastle though.
No,
You would have had to pay more.
Didn't I? Like,
No, I don't think you would have. I mean, if you did, then Christ, what are we doing? But
Sterling seems like a money man, not a judge.
is that just by his second name?
I actually really like that.
Right now, you made it weird.
No, I mean that was good. That was good. I liked it. That was good.
Yeah, he's 33.
See, you're not getting more than 2 seasons out of him.
It's a Tuchel player, though.
Yeah, he did. I think
Tuchel was with him.
Aubameyang can't play at least 35.
he started nearly every game for Barcelona, 17 and 11 goals out of 17 games, which isn't bad.
Yeah.
He's good.
Considering he'd been just like sitting about with Arsenal
Yeah.
for like how many months before he went?
Monks.
I mean, you saw it in the documentary. He gets dropped in like what? I think it's October
Was it that early?
or November. Was it around then when he started
October,
getting dropped?
November, and he
Yeah.
doesn't play till like February.
Yeah,
And even
'cause
before that, he
goes,
weren't
like,
playing
African Cup of
regularly, was
Nations
he?
and stuff.
Nah, I don't think, because he started coming on from the bench,
exactly.
didn't he?
Yeah. Aye.
He is still a really good player, but is it the answer for Chelsea's number 9?
Probably not. I think
This
Sterling's the
short
answer.
term, yes. Long term.
Thing is, as well, I don't think he's a player that's gonna. I don't think he's being bought to play 38 games a season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
you got to think about it like that. It's not like a case of when Man United bring in Ronaldo. It was okay. You are a number 9. We're expecting you pretty much to play the season.
Yeah. Maybe not now, like, but aye.
I can kind of see him being like a bit like the Man United transfers of like Ronaldo or
Yeah.
Ibrahimovic, where
Yeah.
they're experienced players and they've come into the team.
They'll put goals in.
Yeah, and it's just to help the team
Yeah,
really just
exactly,
get the
yeah.
goals.
It'd
And
be
you know you can do it. He's been in the Prem before for a long
Yeah.
time.
And if his attitude's
Yeah, it's
He
just an
scores
attitude thing with
goals.
him.
if his
He'll
attitude's
score
good though
goals
as
for
well,
Chelsea.
he'll help the rest of the team.
I think, especially when
Like
I watched that
Havertz, really
Aubameyang.
good, like cool Chavez. type
When I
of
watched that the Arsenal document, it seemed like, for me anyways, that Aubameyang was kind of left, like he was pushed out of the squad. And
Yeah, but for
Arteta felt like
reasons.
he wanted to, like it was for reasons, but that was Arteta at first trying to put his foot down, and then it kind of went on, and Aubameyang just needs another start at a new club.
Fresh start.
Well, he's obviously
Clean
been
slate.
Then he
Tuchel
went,
have a
he's went to
good
Barcelona, but Barcelona have just got financial troubles at the minute. So,
connection. Aye.
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I think that'll be a good sign for Chelsea for the short term.
Chelsea without Koulibaly.
yeah, that's going to be a bit.
I don't
of a
think.
blow.
Fafana's obviously not going to play for Leicester.
I think they'll be all right against Leicester. I think Leicester will be
Yeah.
very, very poor.
Yeah, I think it could be a 3-0.
I think if Leicester get beat, I think Brendan Rodgers. I know he's under the cosh already, but tell you what, he's on a thin piece of string. Like, and
Who do they get though instead?
there's managers out there that we probably. When did we hear?
Better
We
than
didn't really hear him. Jesse March, for example.
True, yeah, but better than Brendan Rodgers though.
No,
Brendan
Gamble.
Rodgers is a top manager. I
Graham
think
Potter. He
he's
wouldn't
not
go
gonna
to
leave
Leicester.
Brighton. He's not
would
going to
he?
leave Brighton. Like
Yeah,
quite
I
similar
think it's
clubs.
it's a similar club at the minute, like
Yeah.
where they are.
Yeah.
Brighton's got better also
Yeah, it is one of them where,
expectations. I'd say
like,
now.
who else would you bring in? Because you bring in someone else. I think it'd only get worse
Yeah,
if you bring someone else in right now.
yeah.
It is easy to just sit there and go, okay, we'll set a manager and get a new
We've
one
got to
in.
remember they've not signed anyone. That's not
Yeah.
Brendan. I don't think that's Brendan
But
Rodgers'
that's the
Yeah.
bigger point. It's
I
not
don't
the
know whether
manager,
that's
it's because they've not
from
brought
the top of
anyone
the
in.
club
They
or the
need
bottom,
to
or whose
develop.
decisions that.
The
or-
owners have usually been good for Leicester.
Yeah, I know.
That's
I know.
what's it's such a weird.
But
strange one.
nobody's like
It's
everyone's
conspiracy
quiet
theories.
about
Yeah, I
Leicester,
know.
aren't they? Nobody's slating the owners.
Yeah,
it's not
they're
like
the
this.
only team in the league who haven't spent anything at all.
They've never had a rumour.
Mm.
They've never had a rumour saying, "Oh, Leicester's interested in such and such." I've literally heard
I
nothing.
haven't seen nothing like.
Apart from Dubravka, I think that's the only
Yeah.
one. Only because Schmeichel left, and I'm pretty sure there was actually
Yeah,
no
and
like.
that's talk with Man United now as well.
I was
He's
on
going to go on
Trying
loan.
to talk a loan deal, aren't they?
It's the
Yeah,
stupidest
he
thing.
left
in the
out
world,
the
I
squad
think.
last night, wasn't
Yeah.
It's with- But they've got Dane Anderson as backup, and
He's on loan, wasn't he?
he? Score predictions in.
I've got 3-0 Chelsea.
3-1 Chelsea.
I can't see Leicester scoring.
2-0 Chelsea. I think it'll be a rough game for them, but
Rich James centre back.
I can't. I think,
Our FBL.
yeah, 2-0. Purely because I don't think Chelsea's
Wouldn't surprise us if
I think
Leicester get like a
Sterling-
shock start to score, and then Chelsea just come in their own.
No, because I think as well, Rich James being centre back is perfect to go against Vardy. Vardy usually gets in behind, but how fast-paced James is.
Okay.
Can't see Vardy getting in behind that.
Okay, we'll move on to Brighton against Leeds, which right now is actually
Third v fifth.
a top 5 game. Yeah, who would have thought that? But we got only 3 games in the season.
Goals. I'm seeing
Leeds
goals
to a
in this
win.
game.
This is huge for Leeds to pull off a win here.
A 2-2 draw, mate.
I was thinking that
Yeah.
like 1-1 or 2-2.
Well, I think Leeds will be like the more tactical
Yeah,
side.
like a loss for
Brighton
either
defend
side's
really well,
not going to
counter
damage the other side that much, to be
Yeah.
honest, because they're both in momentum right now, and they are higher than we thought. They've had better start of the season than we did.
Why
Think
did
they
Brighton
would.
Who did Brighton play last week again?
Brighton played West Ham away and won 2-0.
2-0.
And Chelsea, Leeds played Chelsea at home and won 3-0. So both really good results for both teams.
Yeah.
Both
I'm
clean
gonna
sheets as
go-
well. So I'm going to say 1-1 between these two. It is, to be fair, if you said this at the start of the season, that this this fixture would be quite an exciting fixture by the time we get a game week 4, I would have been like, nah.
Yeah.
But now, looking at it, it actually is, because I'm liking how Jesse Marsh is playing with his team, and
yeah.
Graham Potter's got that tactical style where
He
He's
played
clever
quite
with it.
counter-attacking as well against West Ham.
Yeah.
I think it was second goal, I think. Just broke them on the counter in that little flick.
That's why I think Brighton
Welbeck?
could possibly win, because I think Leeds
think there's
a
more
little
quality,
bit
maybe.
suspect at the back.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more than what Brighton are.
Brighton being at home, I expect them to control the game a bit like they did at home in Newcastle about 2 weeks ago.
That's
Control
good.
I'm going to go
that game.
2-2.
Just how good Rodrigo's form is at the moment.
Rodrigo is on fire at the minute. I think he's putting him in FAL.
Nah.
I want to, I've got like...
No, because
It
he'll
doesn't
put him in,
work.
he won't score. It's pointless.
No, mine's not that. I think he would, but
I thought that and I just put him in anyways.
Yeah. Put him
I'd
in.
have to take
I
out...
was like, yeah, I'm bottom of the league and he was high in.
But it's close now.
It
the
is
FPL,
close, it
Like,
is
we've
close.
caught up so much.
It's within like 5 points.
Like,
of each other.
because of last week.
I went
Yeah.
from like in 2 weeks I was 40 points off top. Now I'm just under 20 points off
25,
top.
yeah.
Or something, yeah.
20.
You
Yeah.
maybe 25, mate.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah. It's a rough time, right?
Only like
That's-
3
that's
points
a
off Ollie.
good one.
Ollie, who pays money to do his research, you know.
Yeah, but
Oh,
he's a
boss.
gimp.
Yeah,
so.
no, I'm saying only 5 points off him.
Score predictions again.
A 2-2.
We all went to. Well,
You went 1-1.
1-1.
yeah.
I went
2-2,
1-1, you went
2-2.
2-2.
2-2.
Okay. Man City against Crystal Palace. I mean, we said this.
it's got
I
an
say this every time
incredible
this fixture
record.
comes up, that this is a bogey team for Man City. And on the
Yeah,
back
it
of
was
drawing
unbeaten.
3-3 last week, Man City will
It's got to end.
want to get a win. I mean, they've been a bit lucky that Liverpool have dropped points again. Do you even see Liverpool?
They will get back up there, but I
managing
honestly
to get
think
up?
it's Spurs, Arsenal, Man City for the title race.
Because I don't know if they'll be title contenders. I mean, dropping points out like this is the thing. The Premier League, you drop points
remember when
early
Man
on,
City
and
did
that
this,
can
though?
really shoot yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
Man City did this about 3 seasons ago.
Yeah,
and won the
yeah,
title
yeah.
comfortably.
That's the thing. But I think
By the first 5 games, they only picked up
Man City,
7 points or something.
yeah, but they're that team who's able to just go on massive wins,
So is
win
Liverpool.
streaks. They are,
The
but
better teams now in the
I
Premier
don't
League
think
than
they
there
can
was
go on
5
like
years
10,
ago.
15
I
games.
think
of
Liverpool
winning.
could with Manny.
Like the City can do that. I don't think Liverpool,
Massive loss.
Liverpool
that.
especially with the squad they've got right now. I don't think they can with the squad.
Everyone
Yeah, so
talks
many
about.
injuries.
You think someone with like
I think
Harvey
they
Elliott in
missed.
midfield
I was
can
going
go
to
on
say
a
that they
15
missed
streak?
Thiago so much against Man United.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah,
much.
yeah, 100%.
He's a
Creativity
controversial
wasn't
one
there.
for you.
Oh god.
If Salah left
Yes.
and Mane stayed, would Salah be missed more, or
Maybe
would
equal.
Mane be missed more?
Maybe equal.
Around
Equal.
equal, but
Man,
And
Both-
if people,
both
if
missed
certain
lows.
people said Mane would be missed more, I've got no reason to disagree with them.
I think they'd be missed equally.
You think?
They both contribute so much to that team.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
that
look,
is
I
true.
think Liverpool's goals. I think Salah's been involved in every Liverpool goal this season,
Yeah,
and
true.
he's still been quiet. So that shows how good Salah actually
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for the
I'm
City
going controversial, mate.
You're
1-0 Palace.
game. Oh,
Yeah, I'm going to go 1-1.
I'm gonna go.
Vieira
I
is
really
unbeaten
fancy-
against
I really
Man City.
fancy.
I'm gonna go
Vieira
1-0
doing
Man
something.
City.
1-0 Man City.
I think Man City are gonna have the ball for literally 87 minutes of the game, but they're just gonna
And
struggle.
you got to
to bring
remember
them
they
down.
haven't been too bad. Palace. I know.
That's why I think
they
it'll be
got,
a 1-1.
they
Man
got,
City's
absolute,
gonna
they got dominated by Arsenal at the start of the season,
Yeah.
which that was a really good Arsenal performance.
Yeah, but they still looked
Still only got
like
beat 1-0.
2-0.
1-1 against
2.
Liverpool though, away at Anfield is
Yeah.
a huge result. Beating Villa quite comfortably 3-1.
And Zot,
2-0. Go 2-0 instead.
Zot Man City. Zaha's finishing as well has been unbelievable.
Yeah, Zaha's really in form at the minute as well. There's another player.
I'd go and buy him, mate. I'd
They
go
really,
and
like,
pay 70 million for Zaha.
He makes it harder for himself. Like, you see the goal against Villa, he dragged that out wide again, and then he still put it in the corner. The side
class.
net.
Like, I love him.
Yeah,
I don't like his personality in a way, but I think he's...
If I was a
Yeah,
Crystal
20
Palace fan, I'd love him.
I don't say personality, like, to play against,
Yeah.
he's just horrible to look
Yeah.
at when you're the opposition.
It's
But
proper
if he was a Newcastle player, I would love him.
Seeing when he scored the pen against
Yeah.
Martinez, just stared at him. Class.
Yeah.
But not class if you're like,
Shithouse.
yeah. But if you were a Crystal Palace fan, like, you'd be right up for that.
Yeah.
But
I think he's class.
Vieira's-
He's massive.
I think
For them.
as a player as well, he's unbeaten against Man City.
Is
I
he?
think he's ever lost. So I
It
don't know
would
why.
make sense because
Yeah, 'cause Man City weren't the team they were,
Yeah,
right?
they're not the team they were. They haven't
Um,
got took over.
I don't know why. I have put Crystal Palace to win.
Think
Realistically, it's probably going to be a
City
City win.
I think
They're going to break the curse.
The bracelet curse, yeah. Liverpool, Bournemouth?
This should be a comfortable win for Liverpool. They need to get the first win, get the ball rolling. Really,
3-1.
3-0.
yeah, 3-0.
I still think they'll make it harder for themselves. The defence looks so
But
shaky.
it's one
I
of
think
them
they'll still
games
concede against
where
it. And
it's a matter of fact of when you get the goal. If they leave it till the second half to get a goal, they're
Yeah.
going to be really fighting for it, and
That,
it's going to make it tough.
what's he called?
That's all. If I'm
Lafferty.
Bournemouth, that's all I'm looking for.
Kiefer Moore.
Kiefer Moore.
Yeah.
I think he wins a header.
Against Van
Against
Dijk.
Trent. No, against Trent or something. Like, he'll push himself onto the right
If
back.
if you're Bournemouth and you can keep the score level till half time, you'll have a really good chance. Of
That's
getting
what I
something
think
out of
think
that.
people
they'll
are
go 1-0
starting to do now, though. They're starting to realise Trent's suspect at the back,
Yeah.
so they're just going to
To
put
headers,
Trying to tie it
2v1
down the
or
wing. No.
put someone on
Yeah.
Trent, get at him, put Kiefer Moore
That's
on
what I'm
him.
saying on
Just say, right,
corners.
go and win his header. Even off goal kicks, go and stand on Trent
Yeah.
and just don't move.
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what I
That's what
mean?
you do on a goal kick. Put
Yeah.
Kiefer
To the
Moore.
right back. or
Kind
something,
of reminds
He's-
us of
Got close to scoring a few goals. Well, this
Antony
season.
Gordon last season. The ball kept going down to him
Yeah.
on the wing, and it was on Trent's side, and he
Yeah.
had Trent
He just,
all
he
over.
just
all
literally
over
just
him.
kicked the ball, ran after it, and he beat Trent every single time.
Yeah, he got past him
Yeah.
every time. Like,
Yeah.
so maybe that is. I think maybe.
Move Trent
Do you
to
think
midfield.
Trent? Can you see Trent getting left out maybe this
No.
game?
No.
Or
Who do you
do-
replace
Who
him
do you
with?
replace him with? James Milner, right back? Nah.
Joe Gomez does a better job right back than I think he does centre back.
Yeah.
Controversial.
Well, have you seen that Salah?
But they
Apparently,
can't.
his record against Bournemouth. I looked yesterday. I think he's featured, say, 8 times against Bournemouth,
Yeah.
and he's scored in every fixture against
Yeah.
Bournemouth, and also contributed assist-wise.
That's him getting
Like,
cut.
has not.
Sorry, the audience was my captain.
It's a sticky one to captain between Salah or...
But it's captain out of form.
Or
Jesus.
Holland.
Salah out of form.
Or Jesus.
And Jesus has Fulham at home.
That's what I'm saying.
Holland City at home.
Yeah, against Palace. So
That's why
So,
it's
it's a
a
bogey.
tricky
If it's going to be someone who scores, it's going to be him.
that's it.
one. Or
now.
De Bruyne.
Oh, anyone.
Uh,
Like, Bernardo Silva scored, and like,
Yeah. Gundogan's a really underrated Man City. Like, he always pops up with goals.
he's important to
And
them.
for FPL, though, he's 7.5 mil.
He's a bit
Yeah.
like Jesus. Like if he went to another club, that he'd probably
Yeah.
shine.
Yeah.
It's one of them.
And he'd be an attacking midfielder, but obviously that's where De Bruyne plays.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, I've got 3-1.
3-1 Liverpool. Yeah, I'm going.
You've seen 3-1.
3-0. 3-0.
I'm saying
3-0.
3-0.
3-0. You can change.
Brentford,
Yeah,
Everton.
I think if being at Anfield, they should keep
Brentford,
a clean
Everton.
sheet, even though if the defence is looking a bit ropey right now.
Yeah.
They need to get it sorted.
That's why I think we'll get a clean sheet.
Brentford, Everton.
2-0.
2-0 who?
Who do you think?
Everton, yeah.
Brentford.
I thought you were saying the last game.
2-1
Let's wait to
Brentford.
move on. Yeah, it's not like
Everton
good for
did-
Everton.
did
Actually, you know what? 2-0. I can't see Everton scoring.
Neither. But Damari Greaves is the only person I can say scoring. Literally the only person I can't
Or
see
Anthony
scoring.
Gordon if he falls
Can't
over.
see-
And
I was
the
gonna say,
ball
I
is
We all
trickles
said
in.
this in the predictions that Everton are going to have a really rough season.
Yeah.
And the amount of people who disagree with us is incredible.
The
Like,
amount of people.
I didn't think they would neither. I didn't think they would neither, but they are in a bad place at the moment.
I had 19 for me.
If you said, all right, name your bottom 3 now, I would say Everton go down.
I'd keep my bottom 3 that I had at the start of the season.
I'd say
Bournemouth, Everton, Forest.
Bournemouth, Everton, Southampton.
I think, I had Southampton, and then they're doing a bit better than
Still
I thought.
could get relegated.
But Southampton are one of them
100%.
teams
I'm just
who
saying that for
they
a
start
comment,
well
like.
and
Nah, I'll
drop
probably say
off.
Forest are down there. Like,
But you'll see Wolves are doing bad as well.
yeah, Wolves are awful.
Yeah.
I had Wolves 17th.
Yeah.
Did you?
I know ball.
Right,
3
now-
games in
you
the
know
season.
what?
Christ, man, Howie.
3 games in.
Only 3 games in.
What have you got?
I think Brentford score goals. They also concede goals,
I think
but they're scoring goals.
2-0 Brentford,
Yeah.
should
They've all won 2-0.
be a win for Brentford.
I just think they've got goals in them.
Like any team who looks and they've got a team like Everton at home or Bournemouth at home, you're like, okay, we need to get a win out of this. Like,
This is a
nothing
massive 3
less.
points for Brentford's sake. Even Everton's sake.
And
But
Tony against who's he?
Yeah, Ivan Toney,
Tarkowski.
he's one of them ones.
Connor Cody.
It's one of the questions which I had for
Tony's
you
having
is,
a game. And Bremo as well. And Bremo's going under the radar. He's not scoring the goals, but he's playing amazing.
if you're
Yeah.
Gareth Southgate right now, would you rather take
He's got-
Wilson or Tony to
he's-
the World Cup?
If
I am-
Wilson's fit, Wilson.
I am seeing Tony though. Tony.
Wilson's fit,
Don't get us
Wilson.
wrong. I really actually do like Wilson as a striker.
If they
I think
both
he's good,
stayed
but
fit and they both went to the
we'll
World Cup,
see how that Isak affects
Tony's
Wilson as well.
Tony in the last 14 games.
well, he's obviously
been
going to be out,
involved.
isn't he?
Yeah.
There's no way you're going to get Isak if Wilson's back fit.
Yeah.
He's obviously Newcastle knows something of that.
He's only, I think he'll only
He's
be out
got
for
put him
2
on
weeks,
wide
but it's
as
the
well.
fact he's always getting these 2 week knocks, and then obviously you could get a 3-month injury type of thing. I'd honestly, not just because it's Newcastle, I'd still take Tony. Injuries factors into it because Wilson is unreliable.
Yeah.
But also I think Tony's.
So are you
I
saying?
think Tony's in better form at the moment.
Are you saying it's just a question of who's
And Will,
fit?
as Will, not because I still think Tony's in better form at the moment.
Yeah, you think? Well, so you say Tony's the better player over Wilson
At the moment,
at the moment?
yes.
If they're both fit and they're both
Considering
not
they
injured
both
and they're
scored.
both
Yeah, but
The same amount
Tony's
of
getting
goals, I think.
assists as well. Like it might help Tony that he's in a weaker side and he has to like create everything himself. But Tony's like the star man. I don't think Wilson's the star man of Newcastle. I really like Wilson. I do need to clarify.
I don't get us wrong, I love Wilson, but I can see where
All
you're
it
coming
takes
from
is
because of the
Tony-
sake of he's injured. He's
Yeah,
like,
I do
all
like
he
that.
does is not reliable.
No, but all it takes is Tony not score in the next 4 games and Wilson to score. I know he's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
the one,
and
but
it just
Wilson
it's
and then
roles reversed.
Yeah.
They're very close.
just
Yeah,
very
they
close.
are. They are.
Arsenal full.
Yeah, I'll put him in FBL this week. Tony as well. I had him in last week and all, but just
Wish I
transferred
did.
him.
I should have just because I don't know.
Yeah, Brentford's fixtures, he could really hit a
They've got
string
some
of
class
hot
fixtures,
form. Arsenal, Fulham.
I think
I
this
mean,
is where Fulham. I think Fulham
This is a
play
tighter
awful
game than
today.
you think it would be. Fulham have really came to the Premier League and showed that they can keep their form from the
Yeah,
Championship.
I think they'll get
They
found
are
out
able
Has
to
against
any of you
Arsenal.
got Saliba or Gabriel in your
I've got Ben White.
FBL?
debate putting William Saliba last week.
Just
with
because
4.5 and he
I
scored
think
and
one of them
good.
gets a yellow or red card against Mitrovic. They're going to get angry.
Yeah,
Ben White.
Mitrovic will just
Get
wind
right
you up
back
all
with
game,
it,
won't
won't
they?
they? I think Fulham won't score, but I think they'll put a lot of pressure on Arsenal.
Nah,
Make it
Fulham
hard
are
for
going
them.
to score. I think Fulham will
I
definitely score.
think
I
they
think
will.
Arsenal just I think Arsenal comfortably win. I'm seeing probably 2-1 or
I
3-1.
think only 1-0.
I think after this week is when people really look at Mitrovic because he hasn't had much talk, to be honest.
I don't know why.
And it's
He's
a bit
not
of a surprising
really
one,
good.
but I think once he scores against
Actually,
this is where the talk comes
I'm
about and goes,
gonna
okay,
go
how many can 2-0
2-0 Arsenal.
2-0.
I think Arsenal. Don't think Fulham will turn up, and I think Arsenal make it comfortable for themselves.
I think it'll be a hard game, but I think Arsenal just pivot.
Andreas Pereira and all is looking comfortable in that Fulham team as well. He's played really
but
good
like
the last few
Arsenal,
games.
tough place to go with the form they're on,
And also-
the confidence will be through the roof. I know Fulham's will be,
Yeah,
Confidence to the roof, and it is for
but
Arsenal.
Arteta will know that
it's a bit of a derby.
this is a hard game.
Bit.
I don't class any derby in London is not really a derby.
Yeah, I think Arsenal get the win here. But I'm going to go 2-1. Fulham won't make it easy for them.
I agree, but I still don't think they'll be able to score.
No, 100% will.
Is Thomas Partey back?
I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you.
Hopefully, El Neni plays.
Quickly have a look.
I think they'll make it hard. I think Mitrovic will have chances, but Arsenal's defence looks sound.
Yeah,
Have they conceded this
That's
season?
fine.
One.
Arsenal.
No, they've got 2 against Leicester. It was stupid.
Yeah. So you've got to think like their defense has never been that
Just
rock
mistakes,
though, has it?
though.
Just still.
Maybe against Palace,
Yeah.
I think they were good defensively.
Ryan's
Yeah,
back.
I think he is. Yeah.
And I think
Reece Nelson's the only one out.
I think it'd be if I'm a betting man and you are, I need to be put cards on that game.
Yeah.
It'd be a really dirty game. Right?
Was that your tip of the week?
Yeah, that is my tip of the week actually. What I'll see
You start
over
us off in Wallace tip of the week.
6 cards, 7.
I'll be like
I know
27
ball.
or
I know ball.
I'll see it definitely over 6 cards. 6 and 1 red.
Yeah. Wolves Newcastle then our Sunday games. This is the first 2 o'clock kick off. I mean,
Me and Hersey going to that one, boy.
we're going down to Wolves.
Yeah, we're going down. Watch the Toon Army.
Yeah.
I'm
Or a
thinking.
0-0 draw.
Oh, I hope not. If it is,
You write down there.
Do you know
I
what?
honestly think it will
Do
be.
you know what? I
Honestly
don't want to
think
say
it
it
will
now. I pray to God,
If
right?
we were without
My
us,
luck
then,
changes,
I
but
could
my
be.
away looks awful. We got beat 4-0 at Leicester when I went. When we played Man City, we got beat 4-0.
It's your fault for going to Man City.
I've only beaten one. I've only beaten one where we've won. We went down to Watford a few years ago and we got beat 2-1. Like,
My way of record's class for Sunderland.
Mine's awful.
I've never. That's a lie. I've seen Sunderland get beat at Wembley.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
That's the worst place.
I know,
So
yeah.
you get so get beat.
I'm
But apart
thinking
from that, I don't
2-1. 2-1 Newcastle. 2-1 or a 1-1.
2-1 Newcastle up the marks. Come on.
You just came. I think you just came off like a massive game against Man City. I would have took a lot out of the team. I think
especially playing this. We played quite a strong side as
Yeah,
well.
it
Some
definitely
players
took
come on
a
strong-
lot of
strong
that.
Obviously,
game on
Wilson.
yesterday.
Wilson's realistically not playing, even if this Isak, whatever his name is,
Oh,
signs. He's not
do you reckon
playing.
if he signs tomorrow, do you reckon he'll be in the squad? He probably won't be ready
No,
sometime.
so
will
it's
he?
Chris Wood as your striker.
It's going to be Chris Wood, like,
But
Chris Wood,
4-0
maybe
Wolves.
Maxi. If Maxi keeps his form, he could.
Wolves' defences look actually very
Potentially.
shaky as well. So when
If Maxi keeps
running
on
at
form,
them-
all he needs to do is put it
Yeah.
on a play for Chris Wood, and surely he can finish it.
I don't know.
Like, you've got one job, Chris. Just finish it. Put it in the back.
Yeah,
net.
he
Woody
can
lad.
score
He
goals.
scored
He
midweek.
can score
He scored
goals.
midweek.
Yeah.
Good
So
header,
that
that.
maybe might boost his confidence
Not
a
even
bit.
that, like
We're
before
hoping. We're
before
praying.
Newcastle, he was scoring 10 goals every season.
Yeah,
He can score goals,
he can.
but he's not.
Yeah.
What you got?
Wolves have got a pretty much a full fit team as well. I'm expecting Jimenez to start. Jimenez came off the bench against Tottenham last week, so
Yeah.
I'm expecting him to start this week.
Sees
I
Pirate.
think it'll be a tough
celebration.
game. I think it'll be a
Yeah.
tough game.
Anyone
No.
sees
I think
Pirate
Newcastle might win
It's
though.
Pirates are
Yeah, I've
brilliant.
seen it.
Because
Yeah,
he's-
because they were taking the
His
mick out of his
eyes,
eye or
so
something,
he's
weren't they?
put a patch on, put a hook on his hand.
Was it
I
like
know.
a GIF or something, which he does when he scores?
He scored against some team in the cup, and just because he got that head injury,
Yeah.
so they made fun of his eye and stuff like that. So he put a patch on when he scored and put a Pirate hook on his hand.
Good cracker.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, really funny.
Yeah. Newcastle might be
Actually
without
liked it.
Danber, but we're expecting Target to be batting the starting 11 as well,
Right,
which
better than
sorts
Danber.
out the fullbacks. So defensively they'll look solid, but it's more attacking wise how they'll do.
I just can't see both teams scoring.
And if Wolves come
And,
into
like,
this
Wolves-
game and dominate it more than Newcastle, then
Wolves
it could
coming off-
actually be like a 0-0.
Yeah, Wolves coming off at only a 1-0 loss against Tottenham. They played really well.
Yeah. I'm hoping for a win,
Come
but I'm going to be realistic and think it'll be 1-1.
Right. How about that? I agree. If that
Purely
happened,
because
I
we're
wouldn't put
without
it off.
Wilson.
I'd take that.
If Wilson starts, we'll win, but I don't think he will
Nah,
start.
doubt it.
He's not starting.
Villa West Ham. Villa at home.
Wait, are you ready? How are you?
I've got inside knowledge, mate.
I know, boss.
Aston who?
Villa.
Against who? No.
West Ham.
West Ham.
Oh, the battle of the Clarets. Claret.
Get up.
2-1 Villa.
Yeah, this is
Villa would
two
do a
teams
win.
who are really struggling as well, isn't it?
West Ham need to win.
So
Both
do
teams
Villa?
need to win. This is a like,
This
big,
is
huge
this is
game.
our sixth.
It's more
seventh
more
battle.
big for West Ham. Are they going to go 4 games without a win, or like not even a point?
Yeah,
4 games
same,
without a
the same
point.
as Man United Liverpool type of thing.
Yeah.
And Man United going to go 3 games without a win, and Liverpool
Yeah.
going to go 3 games without a win.
Like Villa have
Liverpool
picked up a win so
I
far.
think,
They beat Everton.
I think Villa will win.
just.
West Ham 1-0.
2-1.
Yeah, being at home is a huge advantage for Villa. So
2-1 Villa.
Yep.
Villa
Oh.
look terrible, I think. Though. I don't even look
So do
good.
West Ham.
2
No, but West
2-1,
Ham's like
I have to go 2-1 Villa.
West Ham against Forest realistically should have won. Against Brighton it was an
I
even-ish
dunno.
game. I just think even when Villa's won, it's not looked. It's against Everton as well. We could win against.
Yeah,
Everton.
2-1 Villa. I think I was going to go a draw there, but
I think West Ham win.
West Ham win.
Yeah.
You are a believer.
I'm a big fan of West Ham. Man.
2-1 Villa. Yeah.
Oh, I'm forever blowing babos.
2-1 Villa. What's
Pretty
the next
babos
fixture?
in
It's
the
Forest Tottenham. 3-1 Tottenham.
Yeah, Villa only got to deal with Forest. So.
Yeah, I think Villa will win that one. Like, I'm going to go 3-1 Tottenham. Like, I think Forest can score, but I don't think they'll win. And Harry Kane's got a good record away from home, so I think Harry Kane will score.
Oh, it's a hard one. This.
Forest
Forest
being
will
at
be
home.
right up for
This
it,
is the
like.
first top 6 team they've faced as well.
At
in the
home as
Premier
well,
League.
they'll be right up for it, but I think Tottenham will win. Like,
I can see a shock, you know.
2-0 Tottenham. I mean, there
Clean
is.
sheet. I
We've
think-
said
I
this.
think
There
Forest will
is
score.
always at least 1 or 2 shocks each game week.
Forest are going to sit back. I think Tottenham.
Dunno.
I think Tottenham will struggle when the team sit back.
I don't think Forest will sit back. I think we'll go for it, me. At home, against a top 6 side, first top 6 time they're going to play, the City ground will be absolutely rocking.
4:30 on a Sunday as well.
4:30 on a Sunday. Do you know what?
That changes
Do you
everything.
know
Actually,
what?
now it's half on a Sunday.
Do
Does?
I go brave?
It's better than a 3 o'clock.
Do I go
on Saturday.
brave and do I go 2-1 Forest?
It's the last game. Everyone's up for it.
I'm stuck.
It's one of them Super Sunday games.
2-1 Spurs. Go on,
Oh,
go,
yeah,
for the
well,
upset.
stuck.
Go for the upset. Go on, go for it.
I'm going to see it.
What?
I'm going to see like, oh,
Well, go
Conti's
on
a
then.
fraud.
So you're doing it Elliot waiting, see the headlines.
Yeah.
Then it worked, because
No,
you
it
went
didn't
against
work.
it. You went. No, it would have worked if you went.
Every,
If you went with the headlines.
have you watched that episode back? It was every fix you're doing. I can see the headlines.
Yeah.
You were like,
So-
what's that lot of Phoenix Knights?
Oh
Where it's
no,
like,
mate. Alright.
I'm thinking of a word.
Yeah. I'll go. 2. I can't
Couldn't
see.
Baptist,
Thing is, I can't see
that's what it
Nottingham Forest scoring 2. But I can say Tottenham scoring, but I can still say Forest winning.
Yeah.
1-1.
Okay.
1-1.
2-1 Spurs.
2-0. 2-0 Spurs.
Nice.
All of them. No
Yeah.
Monday night football.
All sorted.
No, that's all the fixtures done.
How boring.
No Monday night football, no Friday night football. It's just
We've
all
got Tuesday
Saturday
and
and
Wednesday,
Sunday
that
games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You got midweek, so
Raven, Malaga.
we're in Spain.
Yes.
And Newcastle.
But aye. You want to finish up, Ben?
Yeah,
as well.
wrap it up there.
Thanks for listening to the Onside Podcast once again. We are at Onside Podcast on social media at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, the lot. Also, drop us a follow or a review on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, all the streaming platforms, wherever you get them from. And we'll catch you all later.
Ciao.
Peace out.
Bye.